Good morning to everyone. Last class, we discussed about the solvent extraction basics, means what is meant by solvent extraction and what is the formula of this distribution coefficient. Actually, that video was struck at that time, so that's why I want to continue the same with that same page, so that you won't get any confusion. Generally, this solvent extraction process uh, ca- need to do at constant temperature, and always prefer to take dilute solutions. And sometimes there is a nature that the solute the solute X may associate in the solvent S2. Sometimes the solute X may associate in the solvent S2. In such conditions, the distribution coefficient formula will be changed a little bit. C1 by nth root C2. C1 by nth root C2 is the formula for that one. And sometimes this X may dissociate, undergoes dissociation in the solvent S2. In such conditions, the distribution coefficient value changes from C1 by C2 into 1 minus X. Otherwise, in the normal conditions, what is the formula? Distribution coefficient C1 by C2. Whenever the solute undergoes association, the formula will become C1 by nth root C2. When X undergoes dissociation in the solvent S2, distribution coefficient will become C1 by C2 into 1 minus X. Okay. Then you need to remember in your mind one more important point, that instead of taking the whole organic solvent S2 at a time, doing the experiment in a single time will give only less results, whereas if you took that organic solvent in the number of steps, means what? Suppose you want to separate solute. For that you are adding 500 ml of organic solvent. Instead of using 500 ml of S2 at a time, better, instead of using 500 ml of S2 at a time, better take 100 ml of S2 at one time, 100 ml of S2 second time, 100 ml of S2 third time, 100 ml of S2 fourth time, and 100 ml of S2 fifth time, so that you are doing the experiment dividing into 5 times. 5 times you are doing. In such conditions, you will get more and more amount of solute along with this S2. For that, actually, while taking online classes, we discussed one problem. Same problem you can copy from your friends. So there is a formula for that one. Wn is equal to W naught Kv by Kv plus S whole to the power of n. There is a formula that Wn is equal to W naught Kv by Kv plus S whole to the power of n. Okay. Means what? How much of solute is left over in the aqueous phase? How much of solute is left over in the aqueous phase? K means distribution coefficient. V means the ml of aqueous phase what you are taking, and S means S ml of organic solvent you are taking, and power n. N means how many times you are doing that experiment, that is nth extraction. Okay. So suppose if you are doing one time, the first time you are doing this extraction, in such conditions the formula will become what? W1 is equal to, means how much of solute is remaining, how much of solute is remaining in the aqueous phase is equal to W naught Kv by Kv plus S whole to the power of 1, like this. Okay. So for this we already did one problem in your normal running notes. The same thing you just copy in your main notes also. Okay, right. And now the different types of this solvent extraction. The first one is what? Batch extraction. Batch extraction. Batch extraction is nothing but the same solvent extraction what we are discussed till now. Okay. Generally, this batch extraction always you need to do when the KD values are more than 1. Means the distribution coefficient values of this batch extraction is always more than 1. Okay, that is very large. When the distribution coefficient value is very large, in such conditions we prefer this batch extraction. Batch extraction means the same solvent extraction means the to the mixture what you want to separate, you need to add a organic solvent. To the mixture what you want to separate, you need to add a organic solvent, so that this solute has a nature to dissolve in S2, and this S2 should be immiscible with the solvent S1. After some time, this X is distributed into this solvent, organic solvent S2, depending upon the distribution coefficient value, that is concentration of X in aqueous phase by concentration of X in the organic phase. We are going to separate the solute. Once this solute is collected into this S2, because this S2 has low boiling value, so that you can easily distillate it. You can easily distillate it by because boiling point is less, you can easily distillate that one, right? And just now I said the one point to you, instead of using the total organic solvent at a time, if you use in the batches, first batch you need to take 100 ml, later again 100 ml 100 ml, means by doing the experiment in a number of batches, more amount of solute will be acquired into this solvent. Okay, that's it about this batch extraction. And next one is continuous extraction. When which conditions we prefer this continuous extraction? When the distribution coefficient values are very less. Distribution coefficient values are very less. In the continuous extraction, you are continuously adding this S2. You are adding this solvent S2 to this mixture continuously. Why? Because this X has a little affinity towards this solvent S2. This solute X has a little affinity towards this solvent S2. The distribution coefficient is very less in this S2. So in such conditions, you need to use this organic solvent S2 continuously, so that this X you can acquire into this solvent S2. So batch extraction, when the distribution coefficients are high, batch extraction is preferred. When the distribution coefficients are less, then such conditions continuous extraction is used. Now this continuous extraction, the selection of organic solvent is very important. Means that you suppose if you are using a heavier solvent than S1, that is what aqueous phase. Suppose you are using a heavier solvent than S1, that is what aqueous phase. Means what are some examples of this S2? CHCl3, that is chloroform, CH2Cl2, that is methylene chloride. These are the solvents, heavier solvents than this aqueous phase. Okay, in such conditions the extraction done is called downward displacement. In such conditions, the extraction done is called downward displacement. But when the solvent is lighter in weight, when the extracting solvent is lighter in weight, in such conditions that is called upward displacement. I will explain one by one clearly for you. Okay, for that I want to show this diagram to you. Even the same diagram I explained by using this same diagram in your online classes also. So see here, when the extracting solvent is heavier than water, in such conditions what will happen in this continuous extraction? See here, this is what a reservoir. It consists of a tube and a reservoir. The reservoir contains the same organic solvent. The tube is fixed. See here this one, what is this one? A round bottomed flask is there, right? This is called what? Reservoir. In this reservoir you are taking S2. What you are taking? S2, which consists of a tubes. These tubes are connected to the what? Condenser. The tube is fixed with the condenser. The solvent in the reservoir is heated. ఇక్కడ మనకి డయాగ్రామ్లో చూపించడం లేదు కానీ బట్ హియర్ దిస్ వాట్ వీఆర్ డూయింగ్, వీఆర్ సింప్లీ హీటింగ్ దిస్ వన్ సో దట్ ఆఫ్టర్ సమ్ టైమ్ వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్, వేపర్స్ వస్తాయి కదా బయటికి, స్లోలీ హీటెడ్ విచ్ ఈస్ కన్వర్టెడ్ ఇంటూ వేపర్స్ which moves up. So the vapors will go on like this. See here, these are entering into this reservoir. These are entering into this condenser, right? And the organic solvent is converted into liquid which is heavy. See, this is what condenser. Condenser is means condensation takes place. So that and moreover this organic solvent is heavier. What will happen? And descend while moving through the aqueous. The solute gets transferred from aqueous to organic. See here, the drop, red color drops are falling into this aqueous phase. The solute gets transferred from aqueous to organic, and the bottom we get the solution of solute in organic. See here down some red color is there. What is this red color? This is organic solvent along with the solute, which becomes excess here. It will goes into this one. ఇది ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఎటు వస్తుందమ్మా, ఇందులోకి ఎంటర్ అవుతుంది. కింద నుంచి నువ్వు హీట్ చేస్తున్నావు కదా, అండ్ మోర్ ఓవర్ ఆర్గానిక్ సాల్వెంట్స్ బాయిలింగ్ పాయింట్ ఈస్ వెరీ లెస్, సో దట్ అగైన్ దీస్ వేపర్స్ విల్ గో అప్, అండ్ డ్యూ టు దిస్ కండెన్సేషన్ దే condenses and the drops will enter into here. It took some part of solute from this water, and again it will enters into this reservoir, means that which is a continuous process, isn't it? Which is a highly continuous process. So whenever the selected solvent is heavier than water, we call this continuous extraction as a downward continuous extraction. Okay, and then next one is when the organic solvent is lighter than water. Organic solvent is lighter than water. What are the examples of that one? Benzene and hexane are the examples of that one. Okay, so same in the reservoir we are taking that organic solvent, simply we are heating this one. Okay, see here in the case reservoir contains organic solvent which on warming is converted into vapors which ascends and is condensed in condenser which descends through a bubbler type of funnel. See here we are heating this one, the vapors are going here, and this vapors enters into this condenser. Generally what is the nature of this S2, I mean red color solvent, which is lighter in weight, so that it wants to move up. So ఇది పైకి వెళ్తుంది. So this condensation జరిగి we need to place a bubbler type of funnel. Through this bubbler type of funnel it will enters into the water, that is aqueous phase, and moreover lighter in weight కాబట్టి again it wants to come up. సో పైకి వచ్చేటప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తుంది, ఇట్ కమ్స్ అలాంగ్ విత్ ద సొల్యూట్, పైకి వచ్చి సో దట్ ఈ పైన ఉంటుందన్నమాట. ఇది ఎక్సెస్ అవుతున్న కొద్ది ఏమవుతుంది, మళ్ళీ ఇందులో నుంచి అగైన్ ఇట్ ఎంటర్స్ ఇన్ టు ద రిజర్వాయర్. అగైన్ యు ఆర్ హీటింగ్ దిస్ వన్, రైట్? అగైన్ దిస్ solvent vapors will come up through this bubbler, it enters into the water phase, and again it took up, it will travel upward direction along with the solute, and again it come back to the reservoir. So means what? Which is a continuous process. So here the solvent is moving in the upward direction, hence this is called as upward continuous extraction. I hope you are understanding this point, why we are calling it as continuous extraction. Continuous extraction means because the distribution value of solute in the organic solvent is less. In such conditions I need to add this organic solvent continuously. So that's why, and continuously add చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్ళాలంటే దాట్ మచ్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ లిక్విడ్ యూస్ చేస్తే నాకు అదేంటారు కాస్ట్ ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతుంది కదా. సో లెస్ కాస్ట్లో అయిపోవాలి కాబట్టి మళ్ళీ నేను దీన్ని ద సేమ్ ఆర్గానిక్ సాల్వెంట్ ఐ నీడ్ టు యూస్. సో there are two varieties. One is upward direction continuous extraction and second one is downward continuous extraction. And what is the next one? And the third one is counter current extraction. In which conditions we go for this counter current extraction? When the Kd values are same, that is the solute present in aqueous phase is same as solute present in organic phase. So next one is counter current extraction. We use this counter current extraction when our distribution coefficient values are same. Okay, and this apparatus was given, and this counter current extraction is successfully explained by the scientist Craig. Hence this we call it as a Craig apparatus. Okay, so here what we need to take is let us suppose the this is what aqueous phase and this is what organic phase. So by the addition of this organic phase, what happened? The solute 500 mg is shared in aqueous and 500 mg is shared in organic phase. This is first extraction. Now in this next extraction, in the second extraction, let us suppose this is what funnel name is 0. In the first, the funnel name is 0. I'm naming the funnel as a 0. 500 mg of solute is acquired in aqueous solution. 500 mg of solute is acquired in organic phase. Now what we need to do? We need to do is this. What is this one? This aqueous phase is transferred into the second funnel, that is this funnel name is 1 and this is funnel 0. From this funnel 0, this 500 mg of this aqueous phase is collected into this funnel 1, that is aqueous phase. And this funnel 0, what is remaining? 500 mg of organic phase is remaining in the funnel 0. That 500 mg of aqueous phase I collected in the funnel 1. Now add 500 mg of add some part of organic phase here and add some part of aqueous phase here. Obviously what will happen? This 500 mg will become 250 here and remaining 250 will enters here. Among this 500 mg, 250 will enters here and this will become 250. So this is second step. And in the next step, these two, what you are doing, making into 3 parts, taking into the 3 parts. So next, obviously you can guess it, right? See, this 250 you are taking here, and from this here 250 you are taking here, and remaining 250 will stay like that. So by addition of aqueous phase here, this 250 will become 125 here, 125 here, and this will become 125 here and 125 here. So by doing like in this manner, and this is the next step, which is the next step, this funnels, the solute is transferring into aqueous and organic phases like this. And in the next stage, which is the solute is we are collecting like this. So if you observe here, the end funnels you are collecting less amount of solutes, but in the middle funnel you are collecting more amount of solute. So that's why you are getting the graphs like this. This is number of separating funnels, and this is the amount of reaction is the separate funnels. So ends you are having less, but in the middle funnels the amounts are more and more. At the extreme funnels, either this starting funnels or this ending funnels, these are less, but at the middle more amount we are extracting. So counter current extraction is very very useful technique. And continuous extraction is when distribution coefficient values are less than 1, and batch extraction is useful when the distribution coefficient values are more than 1. So that's it about this solvent extraction. You need to study the definition of solvent extraction, what is happening in that solvent extraction, and which conditions, at which conditions you need to do this solvent extraction, what is the nature of organic solvent you are selecting, and formula apparatus. Types of solvent extraction: batch extraction, continuous and counter current extraction, which are very important for your short answer questions.